Sit back, close your eyes, empty your mind. Focus on what is about to come next. Ask yourself, why are you listening? It's time to breathe. Breathe slow, in, out. Relax, relax. It's time to listen. It's time to rise. It's time to tackle your addiction. Addiction is often spoken of as though it were an enemy outside us, a force that arrives from distant lands to conquer the mind. Yet the wiser view is more subtle. The battle is not against a foreign invader, but against a habit that has been invited into the household of the soul and given authority it was never meant to possess. The Stoics would say that no external thing has power over your character unless you surrender your judgment to it. The substance, the pleasure, the distraction, the craving, these are merely events. They knock upon the door. It is our repeated consent that allows them to enter and take residence. Aristotle might add that we become what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, but a habit, and so too is dependence. Every choice is like a vote cast for the kind of person we are becoming. A single indulgence does not define a life, just as a single virtuous act does not create a virtuous person. Character is shaped through repetition. When addiction takes hold, many believe they have lost themselves, but the truth is more encouraging. The person has not vanished. The person has become buried beneath layers of practiced impulses. What was learned can, with effort and time, be unlearned. What was strengthened through repetition can be weakened through repetition of a different kind. Consider a river carving its path through stone. The water does not ask permission from the rock. It flows where it has flowed before. Habits are much the same. The mind follows familiar channels. Addiction is not evidence of weakness as much as it is evidence of a pathway traveled so often that it has become the default road. The Stoic response is not hatred of oneself. It is observation. See the craving clearly, name it. Do not become it. When the urge arrives, say, this is an impression, not a command. This is a feeling, not a fate. Between the impulse and the action, there exists a space. In that space lives freedom. Aristotle would remind us that the goal is not merely to resist vice, but to cultivate virtue. Emptying a cup is not enough. It must be filled with something better. The person who abandons addiction without discovering purpose often finds themselves wandering back toward the very thing they escaped. Ask yourself, what kind of life is worthy of my highest nature? What habits would that person practice daily? What friendships would they seek? What responsibilities would they embrace? Recovery is not simply the removal of a poison. It is the construction of a meaningful life. Neither philosopher would promise an easy road. They understood that growth requires struggle. The oak tree does not become strong without resisting the wind. Likewise, character is forged by meeting difficulty rather than fleeing from it. There will be days of failure. There will be moments when old habits reclaim territory. Yet wisdom teaches that a stumble is not a destination. The person who falls and rises has not been defeated. Defeat occurs only when one ceases to rise. Judge yourself not by perfection, but by direction. Are you becoming more governed by reason than impulse? More guided by purpose than craving? More devoted to what is good than what is merely pleasurable? These are the measures that matter. For the highest freedom is not the ability to do whatever one desires. It is the ability to choose what is right, even when desire pulls elsewhere. The highest victory is not mastery over the world, but mastery over oneself. And so, if addiction has become a companion on your path, do not despair. Do not declare yourself conquered. The mind that practices bondage can practice freedom. The character that drifted can be steered. The life that has been divided can be made whole. One choice, then another, then another. This is how habits are formed. This is how character is rebuilt. This is how freedom returns. Not all at once, but steadily, through the quiet, courageous act of choosing each day to become the person you are always capable of being. Thanks for listening. Feel free to share. No need to like or subscribe, but hopefully you'll come back and listen again, so as to appreciate, to learn, to continue your recovery.